everybody, 8-Bit Josh here, and welcome back to Meridian Springs, and today we're adding a habitat for the moose, or mooses? Mises? Never really knew what the plural of moose is, but anyway, this is actually like a pretty big habitat, and one of the things I have been meaning to do in this zoo is actually, I meant to do it like kind of more from the beginning, is I wanted the like Jeep ride, the 4x4 ride in the zoo. Originally my intention was to have the ride go through like maybe not every habitat, but the majority of the habitats around the zoo, since the zoo is kind of gonna be like this big circle. So I was like, you know what, I need to get that added. So kind of planning ahead a little bit with that. So we added the Jeep ride there. Yeah, it should be really cool. It goes through the habitat, but you know, it was a fun habitat to do because the moose, they like a good amount of coverage, and you guys know me, I like really working with like foliage and rocks. It's really just kind of the most fun thing. Oh yeah, right here, I was thinking like I needed to get the ride going the other direction. So we actually have a tunnel now. It goes under the lemur mountain, I guess we'll call that, and kind of pops out the other side. So we'll get to figure out where that's gonna go whenever we get around to that part of the zoo again. But the other thing is, yeah, this is right next to the lemur mountain, and you know, we have the path that goes through the actual lemur habitat and then comes out, and the path as it comes out of the lemur habitat is still like pretty high up in the air. So I was like, you know what, this would actually be a good way to have the path go up over the moose habitat, and that way guests can like just walk along, they can look down and they can see the moose, and it'll be pretty cool. I used some of the same for the path area, like you can see the big square kind of plaza area, I guess if you want to call it there. I used the same building pieces I used for in the lemur habitat. I have like the big kind of like seating area with the string lights everywhere. I did do one little thing different with that though, which I will see. I don't remember if that was in the time lapse, but we'll definitely look at it when we get into the real-time gameplay. But yeah, so this is like the part coming right out of the lemur habitat, and so I was just kind of detailing around this area. This is actually a pretty good like little viewing spot. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't really, it's kind of outside the habitat, so I don't know how much of a viewing spot there'll be right there, but it's just a nice little area. Yeah, it was fun just kind of going back through and adding all these details and everything. I like doing like elevated paths, even though it kind of annoys me that elevated paths have the curb and you can't get rid of it. I actually kind of like doing like details for those and making like bridges and things. I think it's fun to, you know, kind of find ways to make the elevated paths not really look like elevated paths, or just make them look like a bridge, I guess. I did take the same theme. You can see me grabbing the pieces from the lemur habitat, the little bridge I made in the lemur habitat. I was like, since we're so close to that, it kind of made sense in my mind anyway that the theme in the moose habitat would be somewhat similar, as far as just like, you know, like using the same pieces. And like I said, in the like square part, I do use the same exact details, and even like the pillar underneath. But you can see there's like a hole. I left a hole in the middle, and that's because I put a piece of glass there. I was like, you know, it'd be kind of cool if you had like a part where the guests could like see down below the path, like directly below. And it's actually, what's down there is, I decided to make that the moose's like shelter, because moose, I believe have a shelter requirement, so as long as it's covered, then that satisfies that requirement. But there you can see I'm doing it right there. There's just a little glass window, let you see down in there, and yeah, it was kind of cool. I enjoyed doing it. There wasn't enough room on this one because I left the middle open. There wasn't enough room for tables, so I took those out, and I just put in some benches. But here you can see the pillars. Since in the other ones the pillar was right in the middle, obviously you can't do that if we have a window, so I just kind of put one on each side. I figured that makes it look like it would actually kind of hold that up, so I think it does pretty well there. But yeah, the most fun thing about this habitat was really just decorating with different plants and all that stuff that you guys know that I love to decorate with. Yeah, I think that just about does it for the time lapse. So let's go ahead and jump into the real-time gameplay, and we'll check out the completed moose habitat. All right, and here we are. Here's the completed moose habitat, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. That one just running across. Yeah, I decided to add, so this is like our outside river, kind of the river that, you know, kind of creates the border for our zoo. And I wanted some water in the habitat, obviously, because I really like adding like natural kind of bodies of water. So just did this like little kind of like little mini waterfall, like the water just kind of is seeping through there, and that's how this got filled up. But yeah, so here you can see everything, and here's the ride, and I decided to make it like a little bridge using the temple pieces, and the same lights, just kind of going with, you know, the theme that we've been doing throughout the whole zoo. Added the I call it the elephant car wash. I guess in this case it's going to be the moose car wash, but I figured right in like the little shallow area of the water here would be a great place to put it. And yeah, I'm super happy with it. I know that the trees aren't, you know, they're not the correct biome, but you know, this zoo, we're not going necessarily for super realism. I guess we're doing more with aesthetics and just making it look nice. Plus, it would look kind of weird to have a North American biome like group of trees and plants in our giant fake desert zoo. So I'm okay with that. Hopefully that doesn't bother you all too much. And then here's the elevated path I was talking about. So yeah, it comes right out of the lemur habitat. And so here's like I was saying, this is one of the elevated like little seating areas. So I just grabbed the details from that and then added it over here. But as you can see, there's like not really enough room to have the big picnic table. So I just put benches everywhere, and then yeah, the guests will have a nice little view here of the moose's like little sleeping spot if they are ever in there. But super happy with how it turned out, just detailing everything. This part, I guess, is I should maybe move. I didn't think about this till I was recording the time lapse, but I guess I should move this education board because it's not really like, this is the habitat barrier, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense to have it there. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete it right now because yeah, just doesn't make sense. I've got one there, I've got one over here, and did I put one on this bridge? No, but I think those two will be enough because there's not going to be any other places for the guests to view them. I didn't do anything with like the ride here. This still needs detailing. I'm not sure what we'll add there. I was thinking maybe like a building would look cool. Plus it would like kind of hide the stuff behind it, because I don't think we're gonna have anything built back there. That's like I was saying, this river is sort of the barrier or border of our zoo, so really won't be anything over there to look at anyway. What else? So I did connect it, so this staff area, which handles the African penguins and the sea lions, they also do the moose now, so I figured it made sense to have them go right there. The habitat, so the gate is right there. Hopefully, it's kind of big. It's a long way for the staff to walk, but honestly, don't think it'd be a big deal there. We got a keeper there feeding them now. Probably run over there, but and then here is the tunnel. I didn't do any detailing in here yet. This might make like a good stream session to detail this. I don't know that we do a lot of detailing, but may put some of the like temple bricks and stuff in there, but that just comes out the other side of the sea lion habitat. And then, like I said, we don't have anything over here, but once we do, then we've already got the ride. What'll probably end up happening, because the other part is here, so the ride will come down around here, probably come down out this way, while this one comes around up here. Might even tunnel through this as well. You could just do that, have a tunnel there, and then it could like come up here and then roundabout and then kind of come back. So, although I guess it's coming this way, so it would go around this way, up here, tunnel through this, and then meet up right there. So I think that'll be pretty cool. So yeah, the other thing, I don't think there's anything new we added. I don't remember if this was in the last episode, but we did add the southern white rhinoceros. We got a little baby. They're right next to the meerkats, so we added those a couple episodes ago, or last episode, don't remember which one it was. We've also got little babies. Oh, they're so teeny tiny and cute. So yeah, this area right here is definitely one of my favorites, just because of how open it feels, and like, you know, I've said this before, but it doesn't feel like a zoo. Like, it's almost like they're just kind of out and about. We did bring this path over here. I did say I was going to do that, so that comes out over here, and then not sure what'll be over there just yet, but we'll figure that part out when we get to it. But yeah, so there you go. This is the moose habitat. Like I said, I've been saying, you know, for the last few episodes, trying to focus on animals that we didn't get a chance to do in the last zoo for various different reasons. But of course, we have a new DLC coming out. At the time that I'm recording this, comes out on Tuesday, so we have even more animals to add. I'm also excited because the new DLC is adding boxless shops. So one of the things I'm excited to try and do is add, getting lost in my own zoo here. We have like some of these open air stalls around. We could like kind of switch those into actual usable shops, especially like over here in the city. You know, we've got like these little market stalls and things like that. You know, we could try and turn these into actual usable shops. That would be really, really awesome. So very excited about that. Lots of cool stuff in the DLC and the free update that we'll be able to take advantage of here in Meridian Springs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you enjoyed our new moose habitat. They're so majestic and beautiful looking. So as always, be sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. I'm 8-Bit Josh, and thanks for watching. See ya.